Time now, 12 noon on this Thursday afternoon, April 10th, 2014 on a Thursday afternoon. It's time now for Water Magician PJ Williams, the noontime report. Thursday afternoon, April 10th, 2014. Good afternoon, everybody. Our congregation's at 12 noon here in Norton, Massachusetts. Got a temperature of 52 degrees with fair skies. Humidity 28%. Wind speed south about 13 gusts and 22 miles per barometer. 30.18 inches. Throughput about 20 degrees and visibility 10 miles. And wind chill about 48 degrees. Alrighty, let us take a look at our radar scope. It shows a couple of blobs of rain showers near Montreal and southwestern Quebec, and rain and snow showers in east central Quebec. And a lot of snow showers in western Quebec and some rain showers in western Quebec, down for Ontario, eastern UP Michigan, northern Michigan, down for southeastern Wisconsin, and back to the rain showers in western portions of Illinois and east central Iowa. Rain showers in northern Missouri, down for southeastern Nebraska. Rain showers in central and northwestern portions of Nebraska, stretching it down for east central Wyoming. Snow showers in the northwestern portions of Wyoming. Near Yellowstone Park, snow showers of south central Montana. Rain showers in the east west central portions of Montana. Rain showers in the northwest and North Dakota, up in the northeastern Montana.
Until it was too late.
Rain and snow showers in the east central British Columbia, down for east central portions of Alberta. Here.
And Erica, these new revelations show that Russia did not.
We got Bainbridge, Indiana. Good afternoon, 63 degrees with some scattered clouds. Here.
For the bombings and could have prevented what happened at last year's marathon.
Alright, let us take a look at our map situation here. Take a look at the satellite loop clouds stretching from Ontario, Quebec, and Manitoba, stretching to northern Minnesota, and the clouds stretching down through Ontario, down through south Wisconsin, Illinois, down through Iowa, Missouri, and stretching down through eastern Nebraska and Kansas, and down through Oklahoma and Texas, and down to New Mexico, down for northern portions of Mexico, and another batch of clouds from western portions of Nebraska, down through Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and a batch of clouds from northern Idaho, down for northern Washington State, down for British Columbia, down for Alberta, and down for northern southwestern portions of Saskatchewan, and clouds off the southern California, Mexico coastline here. Alright, let's take a look at our map situation here. Cold warm front down for Wyoming, and cold front from Colorado down for New Mexico, down for Texas, and a stationary front up for Oklahoma and Kansas, and a cold front from Illinois down to western Michigan and down for Ontario. Low pressure in Oklahoma and up in northern Ontario. Warm front down for Quebec, and low pressure in southern California. Front by from southern New Mexico down for Texas, and in front by from southern Nevada down for southeastern California. And high pressure in eastern Arizona, off the Carolina coast, and northern Idaho. We got 49 degrees at temperature now in Boston. It's 56 down in Washington, D.C., 60 in Atlanta, 75 in Miami, 72 in Brownsville, Texas, 64 in Dallas, Texas, 62 in Kansas City, 58 in Chicago, 50 out in Minneapolis, 40 out in Great Falls, Montana, 44 in Seattle, 50 in San Francisco, 53 in Los Angeles, 49 in Salt Lake City, 43 in Denver, and 52 out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here, already, let us take a look at our current conditions around the region. We got 52 in Boston and Bedford and Beverly and in Norwood, 53 in Pittsburgh, 40 in Gloucester, 52 also in Taunton and New Bedford, 50 down in Falmouth and Martha's Vineyard, 46 in Chatham and Nantucket, 43 out in Cape Cod Bay, 48 out in Lockdown, 49 in Wesley, 50 down in TF Green, 54 in Smithfield, 51 in Webster, 50 in Worcester, 48 in Sturbridge, 52 out in Milford here, 43 in Boston Harbor, 40 in the New Hampshire coastline, 49 in Gunner, 49 in Greenfield, 46 in Amherst, 54 in Springfield, 48 in Pittsfield, 51 in North Adams, 50 in Albany, 52 in Bennington, 46 in Jaffrey, New Hampshire, Pear, 51 in Concord and Manchester, New Hampshire, 53 in Nashville, New Hampshire, 54 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, 54 in Winslow, Connecticut, 52 in Hartford and Meriden, and in Denver, Connecticut, 46 in Waterbury, 37 in New Haven, 50 in Bridgeport, 15 in Islip, and 50 in New York City, and 49 out in Montana.
Lower 20s, even down in the Vineyard.
Alright, let's take a look at our forecast discussion here in the country. Showers will become increasingly numerous over cold front crust in the Great Lakes and southern over the Ohio Valley. Showers will continue to fire up along the cold front, pushing in out the upper Mississippi Valley and the crust and the Great Lakes, and Thursday. Precipitation will initially stay on the lighter side. but higher totals are expected in this system as the front slows down and settles in over the Ohio Valley and northern United States on Friday. A surface wave developing over the boundary and in combination with an increased moisture supply could help really enhance the amounts of the polar effect by the flash flooding across the north axis stretching from northern Kentucky into the northern New Jersey. Tons will be a possibility within a development in precipitation, but are not expected to reach severe criteria. Weather will remain fairly crowded across the steady nation over the next few days, and the wake pace of energy will lead. Ripple and the fast flow aloft could trigger a few light showers across the sun to the northern plains on Thursday and upper Mississippi Valley on Friday. An upstream system dropping it down from western Canada should bring some more widespread precipitation in the northern Rockies and high plains on Friday. But amount should stay on the lighter side at least through early Saturday morning. Here, alright, let's take a look at our forecast discussion here in New England. Here, high pressure will continue to move east of the region today. A cold front will bring scattered showers across the New England Friday, then stalls along the south coast. Low pressure moving along the front and early Saturday, bringing another batch of showers for the morning hours. Dry mild conditions are expected on Sunday, middle, and a slow move front will bring more precipitation in the middle of the next week. And your term forecasted it. Strong April sunshine and rising high rails will allow temperatures to quickly recover from the cold start early this morning. In fact, increase the low level jet good mixing should allow winds to pick up late this morning and especially during the afternoon. Buffalo supports to southwest winds gusting up to 25 to 35 miles per hour. 850 millibars. Temperature warmed to between 2 Celsius and 4 Celsius by late afternoon. This should allow highs to reach in the low 60s across much of the region. However, across the 7 after down southeast Massachusetts, gusty south to southwest winds off the cold ocean will keep temperatures cooler. Higher temperatures in these locations should generally be in the upper 40s and middle 50s, with coolest regions expected across Nantucket. And there'll be dry, windy conditions Thursday, with Thursday minimum relative humidity be 26% for Boston, 29% for Providence, and this is the the issue of fire red flag warning and fire weather watch for this area right here, from western Middlesex County down to Worcester County, down to Hampshire County, including Greenfield and Springfield and western Fitchburg, down to northeastern Connecticut, north of Hartford, and then certainly down to southeastern Vermont and New Hampshire. This is where the fire weather watch is going to be issued. So if you're burning, or please exercise caution, because look at the wind gusts, 30 to 35 to 40 miles per hour. So those of you are open flame or trying to burn, try to be extra cautious, because this is gonna be low humidity and high winds, a combination for some fires to get out. So try to be safe when you're around fire. And today's temperatures, it's going to be beautiful. Another beautiful day. 61 for Boston, 59 for Worcester, 62 for Hartford, 63 for Albany, 64 for New York, 60 for Ohio, for Rutland and Concord, Hampshire, and 54 in Portland. So today's highs will be ranging from 54 to 64 degrees will be today's highs here. While we are basking in the mild stuff here in New England, let's go down to Australia. Here, let's go down to Australia, where this is going to be tropical cyclone forecast map. Severe tropical cyclone Aya, a Category 5 storm northeast of Cape Flattery and
life-threatening injuries after being ejected.
Flattery, Australia, a severe tropical cyclone Ita, Category 5, poses a significant threat to communities along the far north Queensland coast. At this stage, expected to move to the southwest and make landfall between Cape Melville and Cape Tribulation later on Friday, with a severe Category 5 tropical cyclone with very destructive winds near the cores and gales extending some distance from the landfall location. Destructive winds may develop between Cape Melville and Cooktown with early as sunrise Friday morning, for extending inland to Laura and further south to Cape Tribulation and possibly to Port Douglas later in the day. Gales may develop between Lockhart River and Cape Tribulation during Friday morning before extending further south to Innisfail and inland to Kalinga, Palmerville, and Laura and Chillicothe later in the day as the system moves closer to the coast and overland. Coastal residents between Cape Melville and Cape Tribulation, including Cooktown, especially warned of the dangerous storm tide as a cyclone crosses the coast later on Friday. The sea is likely to rise steadily up to the low level, which will be significantly along the normal tide, with damaging waves, strong currents, and flood into the low-lying areas and extend. Some way inland, people living in areas are likely to be affected by this flood should take measures to protect their property as much as possible. Be prepared to follow instructions regarding evacuation if they are advised to do so by the authorities. Coastal residents between Innisfail and Port Douglas, including Kansas, should be monitoring the situation in case the cyclone takes a more severely track than expected. Very heavy rain will lead to flash flooding expected to develop about parts of the peninsula and North Tropical Coast and Tablelands District on Friday that persists through the weekend. People between Lockhart River and Innisfail and adjacent areas, but including Laura, Kalinga, Palmerville, Mariba, and Chillicothe should immediately Commence a continued preparations, especially securing boats and property for cyclone preparedness and safety advice. Visit Queensland Disaster Management Services website. And for emergency assistance, call the Queensland State Emergency Service at SCSO 132-500 for assistance with storm damage, mass and floodwater, fallen trees and buildings, and roof damage. And Queensland Disaster Management Service website is www.disaster.qld.gov.au.
The stage again. Hundreds urged Plastow administrators to.
People between Innisfail and Caldwell and adjacent inland areas should consider what they actually need to take if the cyclone threat increases and listen to next advice at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Information available from your local government.
Next year that tones down sexual.
For cyclone preparedness and safety advice, visit Queensland Disaster Management Service website www.disaster.qld.gov.au. And for emergency assistance, call the Queensland State Emergency Service SES on 132-500 for assistance with storm damage, rise and flood water, fallen trees and buildings, or roof damage. Okay, we're going to take a look at our forecast discussion. Let's take a look at our weather outlook. Day 1. Today tonight, low relative humidity and strong gusty winds will bring an elevated fire weather concern this afternoon. The area of greatest concern is north and west of I-95. And days 2 for 7 and Friday for Wednesday, no hazard weather expected time. And let's take a look at our live shot cam outside our house. And let's take a look at our cam here. Oh my, it is beautiful, beautiful day in Norton. Oh, a little breezy, but a beautiful day on tap. Alright, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Go. Yes. For today, for this afternoon, we are going to have some sunny skies, high about 58 degrees, south wind about 13 to 17 with gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. For the night, increase of clouds with a low around 43 degrees, south wind about 11 to 14 miles per hour with gusts as high as 26 miles per hour. Friday, chance of showers, mostly clouds are high near 62 degrees, west wind about 7 to 9 miles per hour, chance of precipitation 30%. Friday night, showers likely mainly between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. Clouds skies low and 42 degrees, light and variable wind, chance of precipitation 6%. New precipitation amounts between a 10 and a quarter inch possible. Saturday, scattered showers mainly before 9 a.m. Part skies high near 63 degrees, calm wind becoming 7 around 6 miles per hour in the afternoon, chance of precipitation 30%. Sunday night, part skies low and 43 degrees. Sunday, most skies high near 64 degrees. Sunday night, most clouds skies low and 48 degrees. Monday, part skies high near 69 degrees. Monday night, most clouds skies low and 50 degrees. Tuesday, chance of showers, most clouds skies near 59 degrees, chance of precipitation 50%. Tuesday night, showers likely, most clouds got low and 30 degrees, chance of precipitation 6%. And for Wednesday, chance of showers, part skies got near 51 degrees. Chance of precipitation 40%. Here's what a phrase of the day. Sunny and a breezy day on tap. This is PJ wishing you have a good day with a good positive attitude, dear.